and that's a scary thing to have to deal with.
Yeah. So I think this is going to be a last match for me, guys. Thank you very much for coming along. Do you want to go over the brackets quickly? We're about to, before we got distracted by a match, I think.
Sure.
I'll just put them again in. I'm sure you've probably already got them in front of you, but I'll put them again on Twitch chat for people who have just joined. So should we just go down the list and say see who we think? I'm going to quickly go down the list, and you guys just shout out who you think's going to win. We'll do this quite quickly, just to without too much.
Go for it.
So Pandemic Legion, Iron Armada.
Iron Armada.
Yeah. Hoodie, please.
Hoodie, please. Complaints Department versus Seed Nullis. Seed Nullis?
No comment. Don't know either.
I don't know. No, I call it cripple match. Yeah, it's a cripple match.
Yeah.
Explicit Alliance versus Bagfellas Inc. That's actually, I know both of those they're blue to each other in the drone lands. That'd be an interesting match to watch from my perspective, because I know the both alliances, but again the kind of cripple match.
See if that starts a Russian Civil War.
Fraternity versus Spectre Fleet. Spectre Fleet Alliance. Oh, that's interesting. Have they come together as an alliance just for tournaments, or are they always an alliance?
Don't know, but probably Spectre Fleet.
That'd be really cool. I'd love to see that match as well. I think Spectre might have something going for them.
I think they could be the next RVB in terms of MPSI kind of thing going on. So
yeah, has Fraternity been practicing?
I don't know. I haven't seen them or don't recall them. They might have been. TNT versus Lumpy.
Lumpy.
Yeah, Lumpy's gonna kill them.
TNT take part every year. They're really keen, but they never really get anywhere, do they?
Well, they made
they are actually
they made top 16
8.
somehow.
They're in the top.
I'm sorry,
8
they made
even.
top 8 somehow.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Then and my view of them has just changed. Rebel Alliance versus Nano Black. I don't know either of them.
Rebel Alliance just because they're not Nano Black.
Oh, Nano Black with the old skies we were talking about, weren't they? Who were potentially
the 6
something weird going on there. Probably just a farming setup alliance, probably with a lot of ults. Who behind the ults? We'll maybe never know. We'll see. Test versus Scary Wormhole People. That's
Test.
Yeah.
I like that match. I'm gonna say Test as well.
We had Madden on here last week. He is super keen on tournaments. He's the captain for Scary Wormhole People. I wouldn't write them off. I think they'll probably be alright. They're usually quite keen, but yeah, Tester obviously here every Saturday, and they're super nerdy about it. They've got some good theory crafters, I think. So I agree. Northern Coalition versus White Legion.
NC dot.
NC easy.
I don't know. I'm gonna go for White Legion just because I've been watching them every weekend and they seem really keen. So I think it's pretty even, that one. Hard Knocks versus official winners of that's cut off.
Who are the official winners?
The official winners are gonna be Hard Knocks in that match.
Probably yes.
Methodical Alliance versus Out of Sight.
Out of Sight, easy.
Yeah. Have they ever done a tournament? I mean,
they have. They've actually done fairly well.
I am massive fans of them on TQ. If I could speak Russian, I would have joined Out of Sight about 2 years ago when I first discovered them. They do amazing shit on TQ. They go out of their way to fight numbers 3 times the size of them and wipe the floor with them. I think they're really cool dudes. So yeah, I think Out of Sight easily take that one. Affirmative versus We Form Volta.
I'm actually gonna go with Affirmative here, maybe because no.
It's good to have Starfleet's not here still.
Because he would understand this as well, because everyone spies on Volta, but Affirmative doesn't allow spying, so I think they're trying to come up with some really cool setup, and they might actually pick a win because of that.
Yeah, they're gonna make sure they don't get spied on the public test.
I like your logic. Feigned Disorder versus Requiem Eternal. Fein.
Yeah, Fein.
Fein definitely. Shadow Cartel versus ABA.
Shadow Cartel.
I'm not even sure on that one, because Shadow Cartel has lost its tournament wing entirely and is now being led by a new US.
In that case,
site.
Really, where did they?
It's being led by Graham K at the moment, which was also the captain for the Even T team, which we beat last year, and no longer by Asakura and Wowbagger.
I know Wowbagger's pretty much quit Eve in all names. So
I don't know how good they are. Maybe I'm underestimating them.
Is he playing or has he moved somewhere else?
I think he's not playing anymore. He's at least not doing AT.
Okay, then in that case, I'm going to go for Band Apart. It's interesting how those knowledge about the key individual members in these a lot of these kind of
Can make
teams
such a difference.
makes a huge huge difference. Yeah. Velour Accords versus Solar Fleet. I don't know who Velour Accords are.
There actually used to be one of my first corps when I was learning the game. They're a Guante faction warfare entity, but I give it to whoever shows up more to the test arenas or Solar.
Yeah, Solar are okay. They're pretty keen about the tournament, but they never kind of go that far. They never really use on meta setups.
Yeah, they like to bring Abaddons every year for whatever reason.
Yeah, Abaddons. Phoebe. Oh, this is taking a while. Sorry. Phoebe Freeport Republic versus 404 Alliance Not Found.
PFR.
Yeah, PFR.
Agreed. Quebec United Legions. They're a fan favorite of mine. Like, they're really bad, but they always come out for the tournament, and they always bring some sort of hilarious on-demand setup because clearly they haven't got enough active people for a full team. Yeah, they've clearly got some people in the team who are massive fans of the tournament, so they take part anyway. Versus Snuffed Out.
I honestly don't know.
Really?
Yeah, I wouldn't be able to call it there. I think both of them are not very... don't have a lot of tournament wins on their...
I don't want to hear the answer for the next one, but I think I know what it might be. Exodus versus Ministry of Inappropriate Footwork.
As much as I love Ministry of Inappropriate Footwork to win, I really want you guys to kick out Exodus. PM me for setups.
Exodus is going to rinse you. Sorry.
Yeah, Exodus is going to rinse you. I'm very sorry.
We'll see. Vidra versus Polar Bears. I have no idea who Polar Bears are, so I'm definitely going to go Vidra since I think they're going to come out really, really strong in this tournament. I think they're going to beat Exodus in that max too. We'll see.
I've got it for Team Otter.
Yeah. I'm going to go for Team Otter as well. It's Otters against the Polar Bears.
Yeah, it's Otters against the Polar Bears, so I'm going with the Otters.
Okay. Otters are way cuter.
Brotherhood of Spaces versus the Culture.
Who?
Yeah. Whoa! Don't be mean.
Sorry.
So Brotherhood of Spaces, I know they live up in Tino. They're definitely a nullsec focused alliance, and Culture are a nullsec group who kind of like spawned from the remnants of the of Black Legion, who didn't follow Elo to the grave, basically. So I think that's probably a fairly even match. I don't know.
I think Culture is less bad.
CVA versus... I always screw this name up. Low Sectionada Schlupen.
Low Sectionada Schlupen. There aren't any supers in the tournament, so CVA.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Try versus the Block.
Try.
Yeah.
I don't know who the Block is, but probably Try.
Yeah.
Caldari faction warfare, so Try.
Spaceship Samurai versus Brave. That's the grudge match because they used to be friends, but now they're not, I guess.
Yeah, they were both part of the Hero Coalition, but Brave because they've been scrimming, and they're not great, but they're better than a lot of teams, so I give it to them.
Yep. Hoodie, same, I guess.
Yeah, same.
The Afterlife versus Psychotic Tendencies. Now, the relationship between some of the pilots in the Afterlife, Vidra and Gorgon actually didn't make it in, is always a little bit unclear to me. It's like the Russian tournament dudes, right? And I can never follow which team. So
there's no Gorgon at the moment, and a lot of the Afterlife pilots, I think, are with Vidra right now.
So the Afterlife is a different set from the team we've seen be really strong in the last 2 years, I guess.
Okay, so what really happened there is that about 3 or 4 people, so Nika Noiser, who's the Logi pilot for Afterlife, and Lucy Lou and a couple other people went to Vidra Reloaded, and that's why Vidra is so good.
Right.
So Afterlife, because they still have a good core anyway, they're going to be probably better than Tissue, but
yeah,
I hope Tissue wins. But I don't think they will.
I have no idea who's going to be running the Tissue team, and they like just ganking people in capitals as far as I know, so I don't know what they're going to be like in the arena. I'm going to go for Afterlife again. CO2 versus COF Alliance.
COF, simply for the reason that I've seen them here, and I haven't seen CO2 at all.
Yeah, they've been alright here. I mean, not amazing,
Yeah.
but they're definitely improving each match you watch them. So,
A Circle of Two, you mean?
no, I mean COF. Like,
COF, yeah,
I've been
yeah.
watching them. You can definitely see, like, especially if it's like you can tell it's like someone's like in one, maybe they're one of their first or second. You can actually see each match them get better slightly. Like they're just team coordination, like having never played before, just being absolutely horrible. To like team match 2, match 3, match 4, just slow. Like, oh, okay, this is what we're doing now, right? Okay, so you can see progression early on. Really, like I think they'll be alright. Tuskers versus Waffles.
Waffles, obviously.
Waffles, yes.
Well, I'm going to go for the Tuskers since I know better than you guys. Dream Fleet versus Rote Capel.
Road.
Roads, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think either team is great, but Road.
Yeah. Rote, I don't know, like, because Rote have lost a lot of their old tournament guys down to the point where I don't really know any of their new guys. So, I don't know. Yeah, I'm going to go for Rote as well, just because their history, their name, I guess. They're trading on their name. Castabouts versus Mercenary Coalition.
Castabouts, they've been turning. They look not bad.
Having said that, Mercenary Coalition, I think it was last week or the week before, they came and they basically just did typhoons every match, but they won like pretty hard. They were pretty good actually. I mean, they brought a really, really on-meta setup, so it's hard to tell when they were fighting other people who weren't. But that's like a really close match, that one. I don't know. Pasty versus Brotherhood in Arms Alliance.
I think Pasty's gonna win, but I hope they lose, so that Tuskers can face them in the lower bracket after they lose to Waffles.
Okay. Yeah, I think Pasty will probably live in that. Ronin versus RVB.
That sucks to be RVB, Ronin.
Yeah.
Yeah, indeed.
Ronin are cool. The Ronin always kind of end up about top 8, don't they?
Yeah, they placed top 6 after the disqualifications and Nully not re-entering. So
was it Alliance? They knocked out Hydra, didn't they? Like 2 years
yeah, they
ago.
knocked out Hydra
in AT12, yeah.
And I think in AT10 or 11 they came third. So as far as I can remember, they've never actually won any tournament ships, but they've always been really close to it. So I kind of like really hope they end up clinching 3rd or 4th place, hopefully this year. Just because I've trained against them, trained with them, been kind of watched them for so many years, and they've always come like quite close to the top. I kind of like feel like they deserve a placing in the top 4, even if maybe they're not quite up to scratch. But Samurai sold out. No idea who they are, and I do know who Free Gates Coalition are. They're basically what's left of Unreloaded, right? So.
Yeah, they were unreloaded in AT10 and 11 when they did well. They were the core of Nully in AT12 and 13, where they did rather well. So
definitely they're going to go far, I think.
Definitely them, yeah. They're going to go very deep in the tournament.
End of Life versus Agony Empire.
End of Life.
Agony used to be good, didn't they?
I think this one is super interesting. It can go either way.
It could go either way, but I think End of Life is the better team. The teams that they lost to in the tournament were all really good last year, and they came top 12. So
okay, yeah. It's only Pixels versus Templis. Alright, screw this up. The Glenty Faction Warfare guys, aren't they? Kausf.
Doesn't matter because either team's going to lose to the winner of End of Life or Agony.
Yeah.
It already doesn't matter. It's double elimination, Mod. Come on.
Well, do you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna like pencil those in, right? And then I'm tired now, so we'll call it a day. But I'm gonna pencil those in, what we think, and then maybe next week we'll go through the next. Maybe the next week we'll go through the go through it again and see who moves on. That might be quite fun.
Anyway, I don't want to be like too mean to anyone because I'm gonna end up like Chester, where people are gonna like say I'm calling people low tier or shit like that.
I love it when Chester gets people riled up like that, because I kind of know him well enough that he kind of like he's not being mean, he's just being honest, and I like it when people are like that. Anyway, I'm going to wrap it up now because I'm tired and need a coffee. So thank you very much for joining me, guys. I'm going to kill the stream, and if you're watching and you want to rewatch it, the YouTube videos will be up in the next 2 or 3 days.